Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Right now I am racing back home. It's currently 7:43. Market has been open for the past 13 minutes. We got news in approximately 17 minutes. I have an area of interest. Price took out London session highs. We do have that weekly opening gap that I honestly think we're going to fill up later during the week. Currently right now price is balancing through a 1 minute gap, which we have a 1 hour gap on top of the London highs that I wanna see a reaction off of, probably with the news, probably before the news, and then we just dump to previous sessions lows, right? I am bearish for the day. Like I said, I wanna get home and hop on the MacBook and just trade efficiently, because like I said, when I'm trading on my phone it's a little bit more complicated for me. But also we have news in a couple minutes, so I don't want to get into a trade too early and then just get cooked, right? We still have, I want to say, 2 good hours of trading volume. So yeah, right now I'm heading home. I am still sick. My jaw is killing me. I do not know why. I think it's stress or something. Like I said yesterday, I mean, it is what it is, but like from right here, like all of this shit is killing me. I don't know if it's, like I said, stress or me being sick. I really do not know what the fuck it is, but it's fucking with me, right? But that's one thing that's fucking with me right now. But yeah, let's head home and let's see if we can catch a trade. If not, I mean, it's Monday. I did get into a trade, trading gold. I'm down $30 because I'm stupid. But yeah, let's head home, and I'll see you once I'm home. I missed my entry by 1 point. I'm gonna show you guys, and then I had another opportunity to enter, but I think that was before the news, so I didn't want to get cooked when the news came out. But let me show you guys. My initial bias for all of this was that we had this 1 minute, where is it at? We had this 1 minute gap right here. This was my initial entry. I missed it completely because it literally tapped it so fucking quick and then just pushed down, right? And I entered right here. I was a little bit in profit. No, I think I entered at the bottom down here. I was a little bit in profit and then broke even. And then we had another good entry model right here. But I mean, the news were about to come literally out in 3 minutes. As y'all can see, the news just pretty much dumped this big wick right here. But yeah, overall we're on a bearish trend. And then we have this 1 hour gap here too. So I want to be careful on this as well. If we invert this gap on a lower time frame, I would like to find an entry for this. And if we invert that gap, I mean, I would target these lows down here, right? Yeah, it looks like we tapped that 1 hour gap. So yeah, we're in this gap. You know what? Let me take this bitch off. If we invert this gap, I mean, I would target these lows. These are the closest lows to the price, right? But we would first have to like really make something out of nothing here, which is also it's not a 15-minute gap, but still. And if we tap into it here, the next 15-minute or 5-minute candle, if we have a reaction off of this right here, that would be my entry. Only if the next couple 5-minute candles like really invert this gap right here, right? But we still got time. 8:20. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but you guys can see here, my pre-market analysis was that I wanted us to take out London highs, which we did, and then we had this 1 hour gap up here above London highs. So I initially wanted to see price tap into this gap and have an entry, but since we didn't get near the gap, nor I mean we got near the gap, but we didn't tap it. I would have had a way better entry, right? At 7, that would have been pre-market. And overall bias once we broke structure, which was right here, would have been bearish as right now too, right? We're still bearish. So I want to say probably the next hourly candle takes out these lows right here if we invert this gap. If not, I mean, I don't want to see a bullish push because we still have this bearish momentum and I don't want to go against this big candle. That would be stupid. And then the next two, and we are in a 4-hour gap too. So that's one thing to keep in mind. We are in that 4-hour gap. So we might, oh man. Look at that volume. Shit. Who knows? Maybe today we fill up, we rebalance this, right? Or we go into that 1-hour gap again, which it looks like that's most likely to happen. We go into this gap right here again and rebalance that, because it went from a bearish candle to a bullish candle now, so almost a bullish candle. So that's wild, literally wild. But I mean, yes, an entry could have been right here, this 1-hour gap. But who would have known, right? Because we already took out these highs. So overall bias was bullish. I mean bearish. That's crazy. That's really crazy. You guys are seeing it here. Like the market can do whatever the fuck it wants. It's just a game of probabilities, right? It's just a matter of you catching a great move. Because if I would have caught this move, I would have caught it to these lows, right? I mean, it would have been a great trade, especially on the lower time frame. As you guys can see, we inverted this. Damn, as you guys can see, we turned it around. We inverted this gap right here. So one thing I would want to see now is use this gap as an entry, because we have all this bullish momentum. And we have this gap up here too. So if we invert both of these gaps and the next 5-minute candle, oh yeah, we still got 2 more minutes for the next 5-minute candle to form, and we already filled in these 2 gaps. Oh shit! I mean, hey. Or maybe it's just rebalancing to go down, but I mean at the same time, like we literally just inverted this gap. It's battling with this one right here, so one more minute. Oh yeah, this shit is going up. Yeah, we inverted this 1-minute candle. Yeah. Damn. I would like to enter, don't get me wrong, because this is like literally displacing away, like it's pushing hard. Oh yeah, we tapped into that gap. Now we actually tapped into this 1-hour gap. Now let's see what happens. Oh, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Are we bullish now? Are we bullish? Initial market open bias was bearish, right? Now let's see how we react off of this gap. Because look at that candle now. Oh yeah, that's strong buying momentum. Ooh. And then we got this gap up here. Interesting. I mean, we could reverse off of this too. It's not just, I could have been impatient and just got in, right? Like, that's why I keep saying patience. I had my perfect setup. I had an A+ setup. Didn't work out. We're not trying to force anything, but you can see this candle pretty much engulfed these 2 candles, right? So pretty much engulfed all of London session and Asian session with one candle. After rebalancing all of this shit, right? We rebalanced all of these things, right? All of these inefficiencies, and we're tapping into this inefficiency up here as well. Unless we create a 5-minute gap here between these two candles, we create a 5-minute gap, which is more than likely, and then that candle just formed. If we form a gap between those two candles, I would be aiming to rebalance this, right? I mean, there is another gap here too as well, and it's a bullish gap too. So yeah, oh man. But I mean, you can't argue with that huge candle with a lot of volume, right? Like, I mean, it's not like you can argue about this. Like, you see all this volume here. Yeah, we still got 3 more minutes. I'm going to pause the video for right now just because I don't want it to be a long ass recording while I'm waiting. If I find an entry, y'all see me back. If I don't find an entry, I mean, y'all still see me again. But I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to force anything. But now overall, I am very bullish. Did create that 5-minute gap. Now I would want to see a retracement into that gap for a possible entry. Even on the 1 minute, we got this gap right here. This would be a good entry as well for me. I wouldn't have to tap in all the way down here, because you guys can see we tapped into it once, and we tapped into it twice already, right? So I would like to see that happen, which might happen right in a couple seconds or in the next upcoming candles. But yeah, I would like to see us fill in this gap right here. But yeah, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I did take a couple pre-market trades, a couple gold trades. I am down $4. I mean, a lot of my trades were break even. I was managing my risk. I was up, I want to say an average of $300 on all those pre-market trades. Brought my stops to break even and got stopped out, right? But I don't really see anything that is going in my favor. I got a lot of stuff to do right now. I am limited on time because it's a work day, it's Monday. But I will be looking at the charts. If anything, I'll record. But I'm not seeing anything right now that is promising. And like I said, boys, don't chase price. Probably this would have been one of the greater entries right here. This gap right here. It hasn't even come back to its original level. Yeah, I mean, these two entries right here were pretty much golden, right? Now we're getting into like a consolidation state right here between these candles. But these are the moves you're trying to catch, right? High volume moves, like these moves as well. These are all moving in one direction. Like I said on yesterday's video, you can see this range. It's trading sideways. You don't want to get caught up in this. Just because you might see a good setup in this area does not mean that you're going to get anything. If you're not trading with high volume time, 6:30 is 7:30, it's market open. This is market open. This is high volume time. This is 8:20 around. From 7:30 my time, which would be New York time, it's 9:30 to 11 a.m. Maybe 10:30, which is right now too. 1 or 2 hours from New York open is where you're going to get these moves. You don't want to get caught in this consolidation. And I know these things, and I get caught around this consolidation. But that's just me, because when I'm at work and I am limited on time and I got some stuff to do right after work before I can even get on my MacBook, I'd be a little bit hesitant. And I mean, it's normal. It's human nature. As you guys can see, this was the golden entry, right? And this is what I say. I mean, you missed out on an entry, cool. It is what it is. Same as here, right? Let me show you guys. Now that we're here, I'm not going to take no more trades. I'm gonna call it a day, just so you guys can see how disciplined you gotta be, right? So this is the trade that I missed out on, and I entered around here, got stopped out at break even because I was already in profit, and this next candle came and I just got stopped out. But as you guys can see, I was waiting, and I have it over here as well. I pretty much sent everything on my Discord. As you guys can see, I missed my entry on the 1 minute gap. I chased price after I was up 300, but I broke even. As you guys can see, I caught it right here. I broke even at around here, and pretty much price could have tapped my take profit. That's a stretch, but yeah, I missed my initial entry, bro. Literally by 1 tick. As soon as it tapped that gap right here, I missed it. Literally missed it by a tick. Because if we put it on the gap, yeah, it goes into that gap, right? And then we had another potential entry, but this was 7:57, which was 3 minutes before the news. And y'all can see what the news did right here. Pretty much, if I would have been in since this moment, I would have got stopped out by the news. I would have got stopped out. But yeah, like, I mean, I broke even, cool. If I would have re-entered at this position, yes, I would have hit my take profit. But keep in mind, you don't want to get caught on the wrong side of a news event. But yeah, you guys can see now we're just trading in a range. Like, yes, it's moving up, but it's not creating gaps. It's not moving forcefully, right? It's trading sideways in a way, but in an uptrend. But there won't be a proper entry. In my opinion, there's no entry for me here. I mean, you see, like, when it's manipulation, like, there's no gaps, right? One thing is that I spoke on my free course and I spoke on previous videos. This is displacement. When we're having these energetic pushes, pushing away from a certain level, right? We displaced from this level. We had equal lows right here. So we displaced away from that level, taking out all this liquidity, balancing all of these gaps and everything, right? And when you see this, it's consolidation. This is manipulation to the downside. You see all these smooth moves. Yes, we have this gap. It traded from a displacement into manipulation, right? Same thing here. It went from a displacement and now it's getting manipulated on the lower time frame. So you don't want to get caught in this, right? Because it might displace back into these lows or whatever. You might be able to catch another trade. Like, let's say it displaces down to this range. This is an area of interest for me if I would take another trade. But for right now, as you guys can see, I'd be yapping a lot, and it's a 20-minute recording, and I still got to record the whole vlog for you guys. But you're going to have missed opportunities. I still have a whole month. I still have 3 weeks to pass this combine, which I am very confident, and I know I'm going to pass the combine. It's just, like I said, it's just a matter of being patient. I'm just stepping away from the chart. Literally showing you guys I'm out for the rest of the day. If that play happens, cool, it happens. But that's how I keep myself accountable, and that's how you guys got to keep yourselves accountable. I do have a lot of people in the comments and in my DMs telling me, oh, I'm profitable, I can help you. I don't need that. It's my own journey. I don't need nobody to hold my hand. I'm showing you guys how I'm doing this as a 9-to-5 worker, as a father, as a person who has his hands tied behind his back, right? Like, I got all these things around me that I got to take care of. And I'm trying to learn this skill. I'm trying to teach people that it's possible. But you got to control yourself. You got to keep yourself accountable. And what better way than show you guys that I'm keeping myself accountable, right? I could chase price, stay on the charts for the whole fucking day. No. Move on with it. Maybe do some back testing. But in reality, like I said, my strategy is time-based liquidity, is high volume times, and just finding areas of target. Like I would have targeted, like with this whole move, I think we tapped into these lows right here. Yeah, almost tapped into these lows beautifully, which would have been my second take profit, and this would have been my first take profit when these moves happened. But yeah, I mean, This market open is 7:30. It's 1 hour behind. I do not know why. Yeah, 7:30 is market open for me. If you guys are confused, it's because I am in Arizona. But if we go to, where do we go? New York time, 9:30. Like I said, I mean, this market open. You can see we took out London session highs. And then what happened? We broke out of this structure right here. We pretty much broke this structure, right? And we broke past these highs as well. Around the 1 minute, my dumbass. We broke past this structure, which was London session highs, and then, yeah, went back to this liquidity down here. And broke past this, would have been my first initial take profit. This would have been my second take profit. It's that simple. But people overcomplicate trading. Tomorrow's a new trading day. Tomorrow we'll find new opportunities. But yeah, you guys can see price is still pushing up. But we out of here. I don't know if I'm going to record more of the vlog because I still got to chop this up and edit it. But let's have a productive day. Let's have an amazing day. Let's get to it, boys.